Good evening, junkies. This is your host, Bob, here, and I'm joined today by Sarah. And that hand that you see waving in the total darkness, that is Dr. Six, also known as Rich, who is trucking across the Chicagoland area.
Probably right around the park right now, right, Rich? Ish.
Uh, he muted us. He,
Oh.
he didn't like that question. Whoever just said hi there, is my name showing up by any chance? Nope. Sorry, your name is not showing up. So we are here to talk to you today about not only existing memberships and if you've got a season pass that you purchased in 2021, but more importantly, the new memberships. We have been talking for several weeks. We've made multiple posts letting you know that changes were coming. Well, as of yesterday, those changes finally came. So we're here to talk about everything that has changed, kind of get you a feel for, if you're on the fence of purchasing a new season pass, because can't purchase a membership anymore. But if you're in the market for a new season pass, try to figure out maybe what are your best options. So I'm going to kind of add something here into the stream. A few slides that kind of go by. There's not a whole lot in here, but we've kind of got some talking points to go through. So what we would kind of talk about first are the existing memberships, the existing season passes, the current add-ons that are out there. Then we'll talk through the new season passes and the new add-ons. And we promise you we are not going to let this thing go super long. We're notorious for these things going over an hour. So we are going to try to keep this to about 45 minutes.
Our new goal.
Maybe our new goal. Our new goal, yes.
I mean, maybe more often and less time, because especially with this, we want you to get the information.
Yep. And the way we look at it, it's, if we do these more often to get you the information, great. I personally wouldn't want to watch a live stream for 90 minutes. So we kind of talked over. So we're going to try to keep these things a little bit shorter so you're not watching us all night. So hello to everyone who is on here with us. So we do want to start talking about the existing memberships, the season passes, the add-ons. And probably the number one question is, I have a membership. What is happening? Am I losing my membership? Is the park canceling it on me? What's happening? Sarah, why don't you go and tell them what is going to happen with their membership?
As long as you're making your payments, absolutely nothing at this time. So if you are paying for a membership, you have an existing membership, you have an existing season pass, you already purchased for 2022, you purchased dining for 2022, Flash Pass for 2022, Photo Pass, I think, was available for a short time for 2022. You are good. Everything is good to go.
Speaker working?
Yes. So what will change in the short term? Absolutely nothing changes for you. Everything, you're grandfathered in, and you're a part of, what are they calling it? A legacy membership?
Yes.
Legacy member?
You are a legacy member.
And there's a section on the website that, gives some FAQ, and you're good. So you don't have to worry about, if you've already purchased dining and you haven't, actually had it processed yet, you're still fine. As anything that was purchased, you are fine. So that's the best news. That doesn't say that things they can't change the terms after your 12-month commitment, when, without notifying you, or they would notify you if they did. Doesn't mean that what's available with the memberships won't change in the long term, but really we don't expect to see much as far as major changes, because so many people are already locked into these memberships and already bought season passes and even paid in full for memberships last year.
So you are good. That's like Sarah said, that's the best part of it. You don't need to worry. So
take a deep breath and be like, that might just be a 2023 problem for me, and then move on.
Yeah, especially, you've purchased your, even from the season pass side, you purchased that season pass near the end of last year. That's good for 2022. So you don't need to worry. Enjoy this season.
They're
Worry
not
about it.
taking anything. I mean, at this point, they're not taking anything away. They're not going to be like, aha, you had to buy this new dining pass. Nope, you're good.
No, you are good with every single thing you have. I mean, the change with the membership, the only thing that impacts membership is if you don't have one, you can't purchase a new one.
Yeah.
There is,
And if you miss a payment, and missing a payment is more than like I missed it that day. I think it's about like there's like a 10-day window where you would have to like go into not being in good standing. That would, and in which case they turn it off, and then I don't think you could turn it back on. But keep your credit cards in there up to date. Your member points, that's still a thing. I think they're rebranding it something else, reward points, or I don't know what it is, but those are still good. That's not going away. They've actually added more people into it. So those who purchase season passes, your parking is good. At this point, we believe all the benefits to be valid at all the parks. So you're good.
yes, you are definitely
Oh,
definitely good on that.
how long are the memberships going to be locked in just this season? Well, we don't have a crystal ball. Um, at the very minimum, your membership is locked in. The price that you pay and the benefits that you received is locked in at 12 months. At any point, if you read that fine print, and also there's like a couple page document that you can get to about your membership, at any point they can decide to change the benefits that are available to you, but they give you like 30 days notice to say we're changing this, or they replace it with something that's comparable. And then after that 12 months, they could also, if they wanted to, and we've only seen this happen at one park, which was Six Flags Mexico, they can notify you that your rate is going up. But again, that's after the 12 months. We've only seen it one time. So it's possible that they might increase rates at some time. But if you're locked in for your 12 months, you're fine. If you're past your 12 months, your membership auto renews. So as long as you want to keep it, it's there for you.
Yeah, and here's one thing I kind of discovered today, just kind of poking around. I happen to have a couple friends membership cards on my phone, and they are a lower tiered season pass. Now, as of I probably tried this, I'm going to say around like 3 o'clock. When I looked at their benefits, it actually had the option to still upgrade the membership. I clicked it to see what it would do, and it took me in to actually upgrade that membership. And also, while I was in there, just kind of browsing around just for my own curiosity, I did see that you can add actually member dining onto it. That was still there to add on. It was also had the flash pass option. Now, I don't know how long that is going to be there. If that's something that is staying or going to be going, but as of 3 o'clock, if I was a lower tiered membership, I could have actually upgraded. So
the changeover takes a little bit of time. So that's why, and of course, they're not giving notice for it. We happen to start to see a pattern. So that's why we gave the notice that we could. But someone was saying when it breach of contract, number one, we're not attorneys. I'm just saying that in our terms of service, it actually gives them permission to change benefits and to raise prices after that 12-month commitment. So read it. I'm not a lawyer. Bob's not a lawyer.
We're just enthusiasts and influencers. So we, not my realm of legality.
Yeah. I mean, do what you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Do what's best for you. That's what we've always said here. It's you do you.
All right. So yeah. So the first thing is breathe. I think that's why we wanted to put this first. Breathe. Really, you won't see a major change right away. You're fine. You've got at least a season where you're good to go. You've got everything locked in. You're still getting your meals. You're good.
Yeah. So let's like I said, let's get through this season together. We can all get through this together, and in the off season leading into the opening of 2023, we'll see what's in store.
Yeah.
That's all we can do. But yeah, breathe.
Breathe.
Memberships are fine.
And anyone here, we appreciate the positivity and the calmness that a lot of our members, we can't get to every question, and coming on there saying you're fine, everything, giving really good information to people who maybe are not frequent posters. We appreciate that, coming on and saying everything's fine, you're a member, you're good.
You are good. You are good. Which then leads us into the new season pass structure. So, as of yesterday, we adopted the same structure of season passes that we have seen across the chain. This shouldn't be a shock to anybody. We've been talking about this for several weeks. Our last live stream, we actually had a slide that hinted on this. We were looking at, I think, Fiesta, Texas, with the structure that came in, and this is the exact same thing. It's basically it's the same pricing as well. So there are 3 tiers of season passes. You've got your Thrill Seeker pass coming in at $80, your Extreme pass coming in at 170, and the Ultimate pass coming in 300. And we'll take a look at all the differences between these and kind of the benefits in here. But this is the offering now. This is what is currently out there. If you want a new pass, these are your options you're going to have to select from. There are no more membership options. You cannot purchase a new membership if you did not have one. So if we take
California's Great America is in a Six Flags park. So
yes, that is part of the Cedar Fair chain. So the Thrill Seeker Pass, the bottom of the barrel that will get you into Great America and Hurricane Harbor, Chicago, Hurricane Harbor, Rockford for the low price of $80. There's a couple drawbacks. There are blackout dates on here. And if you are a huge fan of Fright Fest on Saturday evenings, especially closer to Halloween, those are your blackout dates. So October 15th, 22nd, and 29th, you're not going to be able to enter the park off of that particular.
And as well as some key Hurricane Harbor dates, the end of July, beginning of August weekends.
Yeah. If you're looking for a water park on those days, head to Hurricane Harbor, Rockford.
Mm-hmm.
They do not have any blackout dates. So,
and really, that's where we are anyway around that time. But as far as blackout dates compared to other properties in the chain, we didn't get hit very hard.
Yeah, it's very, very minimum. I mean, and that's kind of what we saw at the other parks too. It was their few Saturdays of Fright Fest had the blackout dates, and it does come with the general parking. You're going to get 2 special. When they say 2 specialty rate tickets for friends and family, I'm not sure what a specialty rate is at this time.
What we've learned from some in Texas and California is that the rates are not that much better than the lowest online rate offered to the general public at that time. So it's kind of a lot of verbiage to sound really fancy. I'm sure there's like probably a rate of the, a rolling rate that can change, maybe a dynamic pricing. So if they needed you to bring someone in, maybe you'd get a better rate, but it's not going to be like bring your friend for $20 or bring your friend for $10 or even a 50%. What we've seen is they're not that great. But again, with dynamic pricing, if they need, you never know. Just check it.
Again, I don't know, Sarah, I'm going to throw this comment up. I don't know if you saw this yesterday. I personally did not see this one. They might have been there, but they are not blackout dates now.
We have seen, and again, what we have right now is as of when Bob pulled them today, we've seen with other parks where things have been removed and added. As far, this is I don't know how that's going to work once you purchase, because I think in Texas they had the drink bottle included and now it's not all of a sudden. So as you know, there's a lot going on at Six Flags corporate, and they're trying to get their heads around it too, I'm sure. So,
and you also get that one single use skip the line pass that is only valid during a weekday. day visit to the park.
And that is per season. I know we had a little bit of discussion today. It is hard to see some of the wording on this, but it is per season, 1 weekday.
Yeah, what I could probably do here, let's see if this helps make this a little better. You don't need to look at Sarah or I can
No, you really don't.
make the screen a little bit bigger there. So if you're trying to squint at home, and I have no idea what this looks like in the realm of Facebook.
Six Flags rewards are the member points, so you would still be a member of that. If you're converting, I don't think the points would follow. Or, if you're Benjamin, your name does show up.
And hi, Faith.
Right. All right, should we go into the next one?
Yes, let's take a look at the Extreme Pass, which is coming in now at $170. And the nice thing is they do offer a flexible payment plan on here at the low rate of $42.52.
So these are 4 payments that would initiate right away, as far as right when you sign up for the pass. So not the same as monthly payments, but they will divide them into 4. It has unlimited access. So for this one, you're not going to have the blackout dates, so you can go all the time. It does include parking. And then it has this we were one of the first parks to get this. And this one is intriguing. And I've been discussing it, and we are trying to make sure we're correct in this. But the Junior Thrill Seeker passes make this, if you are a family with small children, or maybe grandparents of small children, it would include 2 Junior Thrill Seeker passes. So that other tier that Bob mentioned, if you have children under 42 inches, you actually could save from buying them their pass, because it would be included in the Extreme Pass. However, the blackout dates on theirs would apply.
Right. And this also gives you, you get a 1-day dining plan with this. So choose your meal wisely.
And that's well, in a 1-day dining plan, that gets you probably at least a meal and a snack, I'm sure. Like that's the 1 day.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, we've seen it change. So some parks, we start to see things change in Texas and California first, and this week they changed to 1 meal and a snack for 18, and then for their 1-day dining instead of the 2 meals and a snack. And then if you wanted a drink, it was 30 for 1 meal, a snack, and a drink. We don't have that. Our add-ons haven't been fully added, so we don't know the pricing or what 1-day dining would be, but it's kind of nice. It's there for you.
And when you get 5 specialty rate tickets for friends and family with this one, I mean, obviously everybody now gets 6 Flags rewards, no matter which level you're coming in at. Are we ready for the next one?
We are.
All right.
Ultimate.
And then the final option you have is the Ultimate Pass, coming in at $300 per year, or 4 flex payments of just over $75. Now, this one does come with a 10-meal dining on there. So you do get 10 meals included on here. It does come with preferred parking on there. You get
the reservations will continue.
Yep.
There will be the Junior Thrill Pass are there. I noticed that the merchandise and food discount are exactly the same for both the Ultimate and Extreme passes. So there isn't, if we look at the difference here, that might be worth thinking about. I didn't ever saw that this one has the discount on all season Flash Pass.
Yeah, 50% off. So, if you're thinking about getting Flash Pass, 50% off, you've got to kind of figure out what the season rate is on that first.
I mean, for this one, you really have to look at what you're looking for. Look at the value. You're going from $169 to $299. The discount doesn't change. The merchandise doesn't change. What you get, 5 skip the lines that they can be used anytime. So you have to see if that's a value to you. The 10-day 10 meal dining plan, Bob, that has a value of $79.99.
I believe so. I mean, when this first rolled out, there was a 10 meal dining plan option you were able to purchase.
Oh, no one has
Now it's
that.
all just no one has that anymore. Now it's
Oh,
just the 4 meals.
oh, so then it's even, I mean, so it's about $100 there. So if you know you're going to add dining anyway, that's about $100 worth of dining because they're priced at about $9.99 a piece. If you're going to get the all season flash pass anyway, then this is probably the one that you want to do because that difference between the extreme and ultimate will make up for itself with the dining and the flash pass.
And I do actually have a comparison
Oh,
slide
good.
here. And let me kind of pull
Is
this
there, and there's no
banner out of the
the
way.
only one with preferred. The ultimate is the only one with preferred, correct? Parking.
Yes. Yep. Yep. It's all general parking. I know it's a little hard to see on here. One thing that was we initially saw with the parks who first converted to this till now is there was a all season drink bottle that was in there that has since been removed. You got your flexible pay option. So it really comes down to what are you looking for at the park? How important is dining to you? Or are you somebody who packs a lunch, eats out in the car?
Yeah. Or if you're local and the meal is, some of us just are local and we eat there because we've already paid for it. We can. Then maybe we eat at home and then go in for a couple of hours at night.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think a lot of people are just eating because it's there
yeah.
and we paid for it.
Yeah, and even if you're on that ultimate pass, you might be thinking, "Oh, that's only 10 visits, or 5 visits to the park." Eat one meal each visit, depending on when you go. There's many times that Laura and I we had, the 2 meals. We'd only end up eating like one meal and a snack each time.
Yeah, sometimes we just were eating because we felt like we had to.
Yeah, or grab something and bring it home and eat it the
Yeah.
next day or whatnot.
I
So
mean,
the comparison chart. Go ahead.
I think some of this is intriguing and we don't know, as this is the new standard. Just as when we transitioned, it was difficult for season pass holders when the transition went to the members. And I remember the first couple months at Diamond Elite, or the first year that Diamond Elite, there weren't very many Diamond Elite people, and the park made it very special to be Diamond or Diamond Elite, and there weren't very many people. This is now the default, are these levels. So we don't know if there would be things for Ultimate Pass holders only, like exclusive things. We don't know. So it's intriguing how this will be marketed. If it, makes sense to move over. To me, I'm seriously thinking if you have a membership and you keep that one active, like if you keep one Diamond Elite active to keep your 50% off, you might save a little money or say moving to an ultimate pass. So there's some ways. Nothing says that your whole family has to be the same tier. So definitely run some numbers, calculate what you need and how many people you need it for. Because remember, with the Diamond Elite with dining, you're paying the $300 a year anyway. So might be worth looking at changing some people to ultimate passes. There's a lot of ways that we can play with it. There's a lot of flexibility, and a lot of just a lot of new options in this transitional phase.
Yeah, the one thing I find interesting on this chart, and this was just looking at the other parks, is it seems that all the other parks have one extra perk added to it, and depending on the park, that perk varied.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I've seen on here it was probably Fiesta Texas. I was looking at they had on here for the ultimate that you got the preferred seating in the water park. There's another one I saw like a $25 merch credit or something along those lines. So
We do have the merch
we do
credit.
have the merch credit. Yes, we have that one on there, but I think there's one extra line. I'm not sure what that.
It was like a free game.
It might have been the free game or Game Pass or
Yeah.
something along those lines.
It is interesting that we don't see the preferred seating on here.
No. Who knows? This, honestly, this could change a million times between now and the time the park opens as well. So,
And it'll change a million times more after the park opens, I'm sure.
yeah, the screenshots I grabbed on here, these are probably about early afternoon. So it's possible that this screen might even be updated right now if we went to the Six Flags website.
And
So
I
kind
think, yeah, it's just the best, and it's going to be a whole transitional year because I don't think we're going to see a lot of these passes out there because so many people locked in already,
of,
and so many people are on a wait and see. So really, you think of it, it's almost in beta testing right now, and as they'll change things and update things as it fits their new business model.
yeah, and obviously, there's parks, the 365 parks who've had this going for several months. Those are good case studies to look at and see what is the response to the guests in terms of how are they liking these new passes.
Yeah. And Robin has a good question. Robin, that's what I was referring to. Yeah, if the one person has the 20% off, they can, and they're in the park, they can definitely use that for the other people in their party. That's why I'm personally contemplating trying one of these out for at least one of my children, just because we don't all need 50% off. We don't tend to use all of our skip the lines. So I'm definitely think that's there might be some savings to be had for some families if they really sat down and thought about what you think about what you need, what you want to pay, what's of value to you, and see where you need to go from there.
Gary actually brought up a interesting point.
Oh,
An early show entrance
well,
for Ultimate.
and that's something that's a really big deal in our park. And not all the parks are, there are some parks that are hearing that they don't have, they might not have shows, and we do. Then that doesn't say that our park can't offer that at some time. And we also have to remember that currently we have that written in our Diamond and Diamond Elite. So maybe we can applaud them for not over promising when they know that they have such a large population of Diamond and Diamond Elite already receiving that benefit, at least for this year, and they didn't want to overpromise. So it is interesting. Maybe we'll see how this evolves.
So what we're looking at again, these are the actual 3 new pass levels that exist, and the add-ons have changed. So
Somebody said as long as they are 42 when activated, they get the junior pass for the year. I'm not sure that that's true. I wouldn't bank on that. My understanding is that when they're 42, and it's not going to be a specific person. I think you just like a grandparent could bring different combinations. I don't think it's assigned to a person, but I think that they will have 42 inches measured at the gate, and it's when they enter. So if somebody has a growth spurt, if your child has a growth spurt, and it really has to do with access to rides, because these under 42s don't have a lot of access to rides. It also incentivizes families. So my understanding is under 42 when they enter the park.
So these are the add-ons that are on there. Now, the one thing I want to note, the dining plan, for whatever reason, has not dropped yet onto our site. There's sort of a placeholder for it. It's just not available, but this is consistent across the chain, this 4-meal dining plan, coming in at $40. As it says on here, you can redeem all 4 entrees in one day or spread it out throughout the year.
And that's similar to if you think the pizza places and the burger places used to have that like family meal deal for around that same amount. It's pretty much what that looks to be modeled on, but there's no drinks with it, correct?
Correct. It is, and this is in this dining plan, this 4 meal, it is strictly meals. I don't believe it even includes a snack.
Mm-hmm.
This is just strictly 4 entrees. Um, and I'm sure if you add this on and you go through your 4 meals, I'm assuming they would let you purchase another 4 meal
Mm-hmm.
dining plan to have added on there.
Yeah, you can add as many as you want. They're kind of like virtual punch cards. You just add it, and that's how many credits you have available.
If you think about it, it really comes down to $10 for an entree. That's below what you're probably going to be paying at any of the stands
You probably, I mean, it would work out
anyway.
at like a 33% discount. Save about a third because most of them are around $15. 33 to 40% discount for buying 4 at a time.
So, the days of the, all season dining are that's kind of changed.
But if you already have it,
If you already have it, right, if you
you're fine.
purchased that dining previously, you're locked in. You're not going to need to worry about this until 2023. You've got your season flash pass, you've got picture pass. I'm seeing someone how to add picture pass. You could just do that right in park. Um, when you walk in over to the left, by the next to the flag shop, the stand there with the pictures, they can easily add that on to your season pass. I'm assuming we probably still add it onto the memberships like we have been in the previous years.
And the member discount applies to it.
Yep.
Also consider there haven't been a lot of photo opportunities. So you might want to feel out how many ride photos are available before you add that.
Yeah, I mean, you can always get your photo when you walk in the front gate. They'll take it there, but yeah, it's last season. There's quite a few
And
ride cameras that were inoperable.
we aren't sure with this dining plan. It's not been made clear, and I don't think there's been a clear decision made if these 4 meal dining plans are valid at other parks.
Yeah, that is
That's
something we
made clear. I mean, I don't think that, and no one knows until somebody goes and tries it. Flash pass is still your home park only, and picture pass. While I know some people say, well, these following parks can work together and the others don't. It's going to be your mileage may vary. Technically, it's only for your home park.
Yes, Jonathan, the full season dining is gone for good.
I mean, it's gone for the foreseeable future. A business can always do what they need to do for their business.
Yeah, and I'm assuming too that in park, one of the add-on things that it's not on here, but probably purchase in park. I'm assuming there's going to be a seasoned drink bottle. We've seen people with 2022 kind of late in the seasons that magenta color.
And we do know that there's a magenta stainless steel tumbler.
Is there?
There is. It's gorgeous. I need it. I really don't, but I do.
Oh, don't let Laura know there's a magenta one because she might add that to her member collection.
All right.
Yeah, so I mean that's what I have in terms of slides here. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pull that out and bring those back on screen. I mean,
we've done our best to share what we know. It's evolving. Bob, where are you with the grand piano? Is that really your house?
No, this is the inside of the Junkies Clubhouse.
Oh, I'm like, I could turn around and have mine, and we could like have mirrored.
No. I'm inside the Junkies Clubhouse. No,
like,
just messing with it. StreamYard lets you go with virtual backgrounds now, so here I can kind of swap that out, maybe if it changes.
So, Gary, I have a feeling corporate will address the negative backlash to taking dining away at some point. I mean, I think there's a little bit of conditioning guest behavior and conditioning expectation. They clearly are going for a different business model and a different, perhaps even, I mean, they're open about it. They're going for a different customer base, a different user base. So they're going to come up with the things that they feel will work for the customers that they want, the guests that they want. So that's going to be they're going to be trying things, and we're going to be reacting and uh you know moving with it. So if we love it for the park, we go for the park. We've all been there before. We've all been to the park, or most of us, pre-dining. There was a time.
Yeah. Yeah. So what questions do you guys have in the chat? Definitely drop it in the comments here. We've got a little bit of time. We're doing great on time.
We are doing really well.
For those who might have jumped on late, it's kind of our new goal is not to have these things go super long anymore. We're
Yeah.
rather do more of these with focus in content instead of rambling on for 90 minutes here.
So I mean, I really encourage everyone to take a deep dive and look at those. I know we like that idea of continuing with memberships because we're used to it, and it's just what we've always done. But when I look at mine and I'm paying a little over $100 a month for that's still the $1,200 it would take for four, and I have an employee who I really shouldn't be paying for a pass for anyway. um Sometimes there's a way you might not need all the things that you have, so you can look at what's there, and you I know once you get rid of a membership, it's gone for good now, but um look at what's there. Also know that what's the value to you, what are the things that you want, that you need to have when you go visit the park. Just take that deep dive and look at it, because this is a great opportunity to almost name your price and name what your experience will be. Get to try some new things out, or change some things that you wish you could have changed. And really, these aren't drastic price increases. I think somebody showed me a screenshot not too long ago of 2003 or 4 with passes at like $89.99, and we're 2022. So we haven't seen a lot of increases.
Yeah, so last chance here. If you have any questions,
Because if
well,
you
that
have questions, we'll research them. Like when we're asking if you have questions, like if you have questions, we don't know all the answers, but we are within our network of other junkies and our network of other enthusiasts and our network of just asking various Dippin', friends in the Dippin' Dots network, what they know. Okay, Benjamin has a question. For legacy members paying monthly, I've been told that at an unknown point in time leading up to opening day, they will be adding the missing benefits that modern day members will also be. Well, I mean, that they'll be adding the same things that the new members are receiving.
Or are you referring to if you're looking at your benefits like in the app and you're not seeing something in there?
Yeah, that sometimes they do get added. If you're not seeing something, it's still presumably available.
Yeah, we just had the official announcement today that the park is opening April 15th, so all the benefits may not be loaded in there. And also, if you're not seeing something in the app, take a look at it actually in the portal online, because sometimes things are a little bit different. And as we've said many times before, don't always trust the app, because that is usually updated last, and it's probably the least reliable
Yeah.
source. I mean, it works great if you're in park to mobile order and whatnot, but if you're using that for your research, I'd stick more with the
A
website.
lot of times things on there get published accidentally. Um, then we always say the app giveth, the app taketh away when we see cool things. I would assume that your benefits are the same. I wouldn't see them offering anything more to a legacy member, because your legacy, you're kind of there. They're letting you sit where you are and stay with what you have, but the direction the park wants to go is with these 3 tiers of membership that are pay in full or pay in 4. So they really, I don't think their desire is to hang out with, what are they at right now? 5 or 6, see, 3, 4, 7, 8, 8 different kinds of season passes and memberships, and actually more when you count the pay in full. They don't want to do that. As far as prices, are they similar to other amusement parks? I think so.
I think so. I did see somebody posted the other day the price of the Cedar Fair passes, and they were right in line.
And I think as far as the number of parks, Six Flags has a very decent number of parks that you can visit with it. And if I have friends that need the meals apart, can I buy the four? Oh, that's an answer. So, Benjamin, we will research that. So, can you buy the 4 meal voucher on top of the deluxe dining and use it? Ah, I don't
That
see
would
why
probably,
not.
yeah, I don't see why not, but I don't know from a standpoint how would they know at point of sale
Yeah,
what they should be hitting. That would be my only concern with
we'll
saying.
we'll research that. We'll see. There's Bob and I'll be and our whole junkies team once this gets going. We're gonna have a lot of people going in and testing things. But we also find out from others. Okay, there was a statement. Oh, Gary's about to ask something. We're getting close to our
Getting
yeah.
close.
So that's a good one. Benjamin, that's the one that we're gonna find out for you. Or do our best to find out. Oh, Gary, we're at like
I
we're
see
I
my clock says 42:43 on it right now.
I'm intrigued.
If you've got something coming, Gary, we're waiting.
And you can continue. Thank you. And again, just continue helping out and letting people know. Number one thing is if you don't want anything to change right now with your membership or season pass, it will not change.
It won't. It's not changing. Just keep your payments up. Keep everything keep
Um,
everything
you know,
current.
halfway through the season, I mean, we'll keep our eyes and ears open if we hear of our first. We do know that it, there might be adjustments or downward adjustments or new payment amounts or to people coming in the future. We have heard that that is possible. And as soon as we know of it happening, we'll let you know. I mean, everyone just has to know what their trigger point. What is the amount that you're willing to pay monthly or can keep paying? And what's the amount you say, no, thanks, I'm going to go into a different product.
Yep.
Will it
You
snow
need to
on
do what is best for you.
Will it snow on April 15th? Sure. Oh, yeah. Yes, the new I've Diamond Elite with Deluxe Dining upgraded it since the 26th. I don't regret it. Yes. And I am so glad. The best thing today, and I didn't have a lot of time on Facebook, is finding the people. And I know, Rebecca, you were one of them, say, I bought that dining. And a couple people said, I bought that dining now because I heard that something was going to change. And it makes us feel good that we were able to help out.
Yeah. And you got to realize when we post stuff like that, we have fact checked everything and we're not going off rumor. We are.
And we can't announce something. We can't, we're very careful not to make a formal announcement unless it is formal, because we do know that things change. So even with opening day, we saw some different things that people said, oh no, I saw it on the app. I saw it on the app, and it wasn't the right date.
No. And also, if you need to go, 10, 12, 20 clicks in to find an answer, that's probably not the answer. If it's not in plain sight, it's probably not what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So, with the announcements and things, and some of you may or may not know this, we are actually media listed with the park. So we have to handle the way that we announce events a little bit differently than some of the other Facebook groups do. We've got different kind of guidelines we need to follow. So if we're not posting rumors on an opening date, it's because it's a rumor.
Yeah. And we were the first, and I believe we're the only, but we were the first foray into partnering, giving media access to a social media fan group. Um, we had asked before, and they're like, we don't do fan groups, so we're very honored to be able to help, to partner and get that access and be able to get help spread the word to everyone in our group. All of our, are we over 8,000 now, right?
We hit 8,100 today.
Wow.
Officially hit the 8,100 mark.
Okay. I think, well, we're at 46 minutes.
Yep. This was a good, we stayed right on time, right where we
And
wanted to be.
If you hear from some places shows are canceled, we know that there are auditions this weekend for our park. So we cannot wait to see what's in store. We at
Yes,
least,
and that the Daily Herald article that came out a day sooner than the park making their announcement actually said in there that shows are returning to the Grand Music Hall, and they weren't referring to Fright Fest or Holiday in the Park shows. So I'm thinking we're going to have something new in there this season.
for sure. So I know that that's a big part of our legacy as a former Marriott park, is the entertainment. So we're very excited to have a, a well-supported entertainment and shows department and have that balance between the thrills and the shows.
All right. Well, I think that is about it for today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I know we're at this, the timer says 47 minutes, but Sarah, you need to think that we have that 30-second countdown when we're live and then the 30-second intro roll with the music. So we're right on time.
We'll give ourselves some grace.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we will be back with another one as soon as we have some newsworthy information to share. And again, leave your questions, in the comments. Even on this video, we'll still come back and answer them, or somebody may answer them. If you are watching this later on and you happen to be watching the YouTube video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. So, all right, that'll do it. Take care, junkies. Bye.